All right, 11:01. Here we are at just a few weeks left of our course here. We are at this week, week 7. So at the end of week 6, you all have turned in your argumentative and persuasive essays that do not contain any research. Remember, it's based just on ethos, pathos, and logos, using your own sense of reasoning without having used outside research. For the paper that's going to be due not at the end of this week, but at the end of the following week, that is a research assignment. That is the one where you take what you've already written, but you're incorporating research from the Galileo databases. And remember, you can access Galileo by going to the Gntc library page and navigating to Galileo. You could then browse by subject, and you are off to the races. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit more specificity about that at the rollout of next week's announcement and video. But for this week, you have two things. Number one, you have your third journal assignment, and that is on argumentative and persuasive essay writing. Basically, the journal asks you all to kind of think about this practice of argumentation that we use today, that we individuals, members of society, use today in engaging one another, our friends, family, strangers. What are we trying to achieve when we make arguments? Are we trying to convince the opposition? Are we trying to listen to the opposition to maybe try to reform, refine our own previously held ideas? Or are we arguing simply for the sake of hearing ourselves talk? What I mean by that is maybe we just have this adrenaline rush and we just want to yell and scream and really stick it to the opposition. Is that what we are setting out to do truly when we argue? And if we are, is that the way we should be going about it? Okay, in other words, the journal asks you all to kind of understand, or try to understand, think about, what's the whole purpose of argumentation in the first place? Why do we do it? Is it useful, especially in today's seemingly divisive times? Maybe you want to contextualize it in a 2019 American context and framework. So that is going to be your journal assignment. Now, I realized that last week I had said that I was going to post the third blog, and that was my boo-boo. I accidentally didn't activate the blog, so I've activated blog 3 this week. So you do have an opportunity to comment on the William Hazlitt, Jonathan Swift readings that we had done, and get some bonus points for that. And then I'll have another blog, our final blog opportunity next week, when you guys are working on and submitting your research essays. Okay. So what I am going to be doing in the next 2 weeks is getting those argumentative persuasive essays back to you. And you all are doing your journal this week. You're doing your blog, if you'd like to. And then additionally, there is a third thing that you can do should you choose to do it. It is a voluntary discussion forum. The voluntary discussion forum, you guys will see it in the week 7 folder, is a place wherein you all can talk to each other, kind of guide each other, counsel each other, advise each other on your research experiences. So I'm hoping you all are getting engaged with the research process this week so that you could participate if in this forum, if you choose to. It's voluntary, meaning you don't have to do it. If you do it, though, you're giving yourself an opportunity to get another 100 or maybe a B in the gradebook. Okay, the classic form rules apply. You have to contribute a post, and you have to comment on someone else's post as well. And if you don't do it, no harm, no foul. Some of you in the class are, speaking of harm and foul, are shooting yourselves in the foot by simply not doing any work. Okay, that is to use an expression, your funeral. Okay, I can't do anything for you if you don't do for yourself. That's a you problem. Okay, so I don't know what you're gonna do if you're beyond saving these last few weeks, but the cookie crumbles how it crumbles. For everybody else who's been doing a diligent and good job throughout the whole term, you will be rewarded because you did good work. You do good work, you get a good grade. It ain't that hard. Okay. So keep on soldiering on, those of you who have been doing the thing the right way the whole time. And you know what you have to do? A reminder, that voluntary discussion forum, should you choose to do it, on your research experiences, counseling others should they need help too. The blog, always voluntary. The third blog on the Hazlitt and Swift readings, because at least as far as I can remember, I did not actually post that last week. So blog 3 is up and blog 4 will be up next week. And then this is the one mandatory assignment for the week, your journal on argumentative and persuasive writing. Other than that, you should be doing some preliminary research if you haven't already. If you find that you might need to change your topic, maybe you chose to write on a topic for your first round, that first argumentative persuasive, and then now that you're looking at research, maybe you can't find anything. I think you could find something. Even if you aren't finding an exact match, try refining your search criteria when you go and search in the Galileo databases, okay? You're not always going to find a perfect one-to-one match, but you will make the source work for you. You don't always have to quote big chunks from your source. You could just quote single words or phrases and introduce them using your own words in the body of your paper. And that will satisfy the source requirements, okay? For that research paper coming up, it's going to be 3 to 4 Galileo sources you will need, and that page count for that research essay is going to be 4 to 5 pages, okay? But we'll talk more about that next week. Just, you want to stay focused on a week-by-week track here. Journal, you got to do it. Voluntary discussion forum. Blog if you want bonus points, okay? I'm going to keep it short and sweet this week. I hope you guys are doing what you need to be doing this week. You could always check in with me if you need help, okay? And I'll talk to you at the beginning of next week. All right, week 7, let's get it. Peace.